Most of us wake up already losing. The alarm screams, your hand fumbles for the phone. Before your feet even touch the floor, your eyes are scanning emails, notifications, messages from people who need things from you. By the time you reach the kitchen, your mind is already racing through the day ahead. Meetings, deadlines, that conversation you've been avoiding, the growing list of things that never seem to get done. You pour coffee with one hand while answering a text with the other. Breakfast is whatever you can shove into your mouth while standing at the counter. You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and wonder when you started looking so tired. By 10 in the morning, you are already fantasizing about crawling back into bed. This is not living, this is surviving, and somewhere deep down you know the difference. You have seen those people who seem to float through their mornings, calm, centered, like they have some secret the rest of us missed. You assume they must have easier lives, fewer responsibilities, more money, more time. Or maybe they wake up on a beach somewhere tropical, meditating at sunrise while the rest of us battle traffic and chaos. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Those people are not living in a different reality. They have just learned something most of us never figured out. The way you start your day determines everything that follows. And changing that start does not require quitting your job or escaping to Bali or overhauling your entire existence. It requires something much simpler. A few tiny tweaks that take almost no time. Tweaks you can actually stick with. Imagine starting tomorrow with a breath that says, "I have got this." A stretch that reminds your body it is more than just a vehicle for getting to meetings. Breakfast eaten slowly enough that your stomach actually registers what you are eating. A voice in your ears telling you that you are capable and worthy. A short list of things you will definitely finish today. None of that requires a wellness overhaul. It is more like weaving small pockets of care into the life you already have. Tiny steps, enormous payoff. And you can start tomorrow morning. You breathe all the time, but when do you actually notice it? Not the half-hearted gulp while scrolling your phone. Not the shallow chest breathing that happens when you are stressed and rushing. Those breaths barely count. Think about that big, delicious inhale before you jump into the ocean. Or the slow exhale after you've crushed a workout. Or that deep breath you take when you finally sit down after a long day. Those breaths feel like confidence boosts, like tiny hits of calm injected directly into your nervous system. The surprising thing is you can bring that same magic into everyday life in just 2 minutes. Breathing runs on autopilot and keeps you alive just fine. But breathing with awareness switches on a different kind of power. It tells your brain that everything is okay, even when the group chat explodes, even when the morning commute melts down, even when your to-do list looks like it might actually kill you. When stress hits, your body jumps straight into high alert. Shoulders tense, heart races, thoughts scatter in every direction. You become reactive instead of responsive. You make decisions from panic instead of clarity. 2 minutes of mindful breathing taps the brakes on all of that. Your nervous system chills out, your mind becomes clearer. You feel more like the version of yourself you actually like. The one who handles things, the one who stays calm under pressure, the one who shows up the way you want to show up. This tiny ritual is ridiculously easy to fit into real life. No yoga studio required, no app needed, no special equipment or training. You can do it sitting on the edge of your bed before you stand up, or at the kitchen counter while the coffee brews. It is over before your brain even thinks about complaining. Start with a simple, energizing move called belly breathing. Sit comfortably. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Close your eyes if that feels good. Inhale through your nose for a slow count of 5. Feel your belly rise under your hand. Your chest should stay relatively still. You are breathing deep into your diaphragm, not shallow into your upper chest. Then let the breath go for another 5 counts. No forcing, just smooth and steady. Keep that going for 2 minutes. When you open your eyes again, you get a tiny reset before your day even starts. A moment of calm you created for yourself. A reminder that you have more control than you think. Another easy option is breath counting. One inhale and one exhale equal one count. Your only job is to notice the breath and keep track up to 10. Your mind will wander. It will drift to emails or chores or that thing someone said yesterday. No problem. That is what minds do. If you lose count, just start again at 1. The reset is part of the practice. It builds focus without feeling like hard work. There is science behind all of this. Longer exhales help lower your heart rate and relax your body from the inside out. When you exhale slowly, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system. That is the rest and digest mode that counteracts stress. It is basically a built-in calming button you have had your entire life and probably never learned to use. Try it in the morning, but also use it whenever the day starts going sideways, before a difficult conversation, after receiving bad news, when you feel your patience running thin. Stick a reminder on your mirror or by your coffee mug. Breathe before your day decides how you feel. 2 minutes, once a day. That is enough to create a calmer, more grounded version of you. Take a breath, then let the day begin on your terms. If mindful breathing is your morning reboot, gentle stretching is the upgrade that makes everything run smoother. Your body carries stress in ways you might not even notice. Tight shoulders, a stiff lower back, a jaw that clenches without your permission. These tensions accumulate overnight and follow you into the day if you let them. Stretching loosens muscles, but it does something more important too. It refreshes your mind. When the body relaxes and blood starts flowing, stress eases up. Serotonin gets released. That gray cloud of worry lifts a little. You feel more awake, more present, more ready for whatever comes next. Regular stretching gives you a tiny dose of the calm people travel to meditation retreats for, without leaving the house, without spending a cent, without blocking off hours in your calendar. There's one rule: keep it gentle. No bouncing, no forcing yourself into weird shapes you saw someone do online. Old-school ballistic stretches tend to cause more problems than benefits. You are not training for the Olympics. You are waking up your body. The goal is to feel tension melt, not to create new stress. Slight tightness is okay. Sharp pain is not. Think soothing, not competitive. Think care, not punishment. Start with a move called forward focus. You can do it right after your 2 minutes of mindful breathing. Lie on your back, reach your arms toward the ceiling. Slowly lift your upper body using your abs. Sit tall, reach toward your toes. Let your neck relax completely. Inhale for 8 counts, hold for 2 seconds. Exhale for 8 counts. Repeat for 2 or 3 minutes. As you breathe in, picture the challenges waiting for you today. As you breathe out, let a little bit of that pressure go. You are not ignoring what is ahead. You are preparing for it. From a place of calm instead of chaos. Another option is the spinal twist. It feels especially great if you spend a lot of time sitting, which most of us do. Lie on your back with knees bent and arms stretched out to the sides like a T. Bring your knees toward your chest. Then slowly lower them to the left while keeping your shoulders on the ground. Turn your gaze to the right. Breathe slowly. Enjoy the gentle twist through your back and hips. Feel the tension releasing. When you are ready, switch sides. Use cushions if something needs extra support. There is no need to force anything. There are plenty of other stretches to explore. Pick the ones that feel good and rotate them throughout the week. Maybe dynamic stretching on busy weekdays when you need energy. Slower, deeper stretches on weekend mornings when you have more time. Add a quiet mantra if you like, something as simple as thank you on each exhale. Gratitude for a body that carries you through the day. Appreciation for this moment of care you are giving yourself. 2 or 3 minutes is all it takes. No equipment, no expertise, and your body will thank you all day long. After breathing and stretching, the next small move happens at breakfast time. You take around 10 minutes to eat your first meal with real attention. That is the entire practice. No calorie charts, no perfect smoothie bowls, no complicated recipes or expensive ingredients. Just you, your food, and a few moments when life stops rushing. Most of us eat while doing 3 other things: scrolling messages, standing at the kitchen counter, rushing through the door with breakfast in a paper bag. Half the time we barely taste what we are eating. Our bodies register the calories but miss the experience entirely. Mindful eating gives your brain a chance to actually notice what is happening, to register hunger and fullness instead of letting the day run on autopilot. When the morning starts with intention, healthy choices later feel easier. You feel more in control, less likely to grab snacks without thinking, more likely to actually enjoy what you eat and get the benefits from it. Pleasure is not a bonus here, it is the point. Slowing down changes everything. Sitting down instead of standing, relaxing your shoulders, placing your feet flat on the floor. These simple adjustments help digestion. Your stomach does its job better. Those first bites taste far more satisfying. There is fun research backing this up. People rate the exact same food as tastier when they enjoy it sitting in a comfortable chair compared with standing awkwardly. The experience matters as much as the ingredients. Comfort matters, posture matters, awareness matters most of all. When you actually taste each bite, you stop when you are full instead of when the plate is empty. Your body sends signals of satisfaction that you finally have time to hear. Mindful eating also invites a moment of gratitude. You can appreciate the warm cup of coffee in your hand, that piece of toast that smells amazing, the fact that you have food at all when so many do not. These small pleasures have a way of lifting your mood. They remind you to enjoy daily life instead of racing through it. They turn an ordinary morning into something worth noticing. Your first mindful meal does not need to be fancy. It could be oatmeal, yogurt, a banana with peanut butter, last night's leftovers, whatever you have. Sit at a table if you can. Put your phone far enough away that you cannot reach it without standing up. Notice the colors, the textures, the flavors. Chew more slowly than usual. Breathe between bites. Pause for a moment halfway through the meal. Check in with yourself. Still hungry? Keep going. Feeling satisfied? That is your finish line. 10 minutes is all it takes. You can do it at 6 in the morning or closer to noon if that fits your schedule. What matters is presence. Give yourself a moment of calm before the world makes demands. This tiny ritual sets the tone for everything that follows, reminding you that nourishment and joy belong together. A healthy morning routine warms up your body and settles your mind. The next small move strengthens something even more powerful. Your inner voice. That running commentary in your head shapes everything. It determines how you see yourself, what you believe you are capable of, how you respond to challenges and setbacks. For most people, that inner voice is not kind. It criticizes, it doubts. It reminds you of every failure and dismisses every success. It sounds like all the worst things anyone ever said to you, playing on repeat. Affirmations interrupt that pattern. They tap into your brain's natural ability to rewire itself. Scientists call this neuroplasticity. It means your brain keeps changing throughout your entire life. New experiences and thoughts leave traces. They strengthen some pathways and weaken others. Stress can damage helpful connections. It makes you feel stuck in old patterns of thinking, anxious loops that never seem to end. Encouraging thoughts can strengthen new connections. They can literally reshape how your brain responds to the world. Your brain reacts to imagination as if it is reality. Think about how you jump during a scary movie even though nothing is actually happening. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your body responds to a story as if it were real. Positive affirmations work the same way. When you repeat hopeful statements that reflect what you want to believe, your brain starts treating them as real. Over time, self-doubt becomes quieter, courage grows, new mental habits form that guide you through the day. The impact goes deeper than just attitude. Stress hormones like cortisol can affect memory and mood when they stay elevated for too long. Chronic stress has been linked to changes in parts of the brain that help with decision-making and emotional regulation. You literally think worse when you are constantly stressed. Affirmations interrupt that spiral. They act like tiny messages reminding your brain that safety and possibility still exist. This helps keep your mind flexible. Learning and problem-solving become easier. Here is how to make it a daily practice that fits into real life. Grab your phone and a pair of headphones. Find somewhere private. open a voice recording app, take a breath. Then record 4 or 5 affirmations that feel meaningful to you. Start with gratitude. You could say you appreciate your health, or your friendships, or something as simple as the sunlight coming through the window. Keep it personal so your brain knows these words belong to you. Add 2 or 3 affirmations that point toward the future you want. Maybe you believe you are learning new skills, or that you can create a life you enjoy, or that you are becoming stronger every day. Speak slowly and calmly. Let yourself picture what those statements look like in real life. See yourself living them. It might feel awkward at first. That is completely normal. The more you do it, the more natural it becomes. Listen back every evening for 2 minutes. Close your eyes if self-consciousness creeps in. Remind yourself that you would never judge a friend for hoping and growing. Give yourself that same grace. Repetition gives the brain time to plant these ideas like seeds. Soon they feel less like pep talks and more like truth, like the voice you always deserve to have in your corner. With just a couple of minutes a day, you can nurture confidence that supports everything else you do. Life can feel like a juggling act. Work deadlines, family needs, endless errands that multiply no matter how many you complete. Bills, appointments, that thing you keep meaning to fix, that person you keep meaning to call. Even the most capable people end up overwhelmed by the sheer number of things they're supposed to get through before bedtime. The to-do list becomes a source of anxiety instead of direction. Every unchecked item feels like evidence of failure. This final practice cuts through all of that chaos. You make a very short handwritten list of tasks that actually count. You finish them. You feel amazing. That is it. Simple, transformative. Handwriting plays a special role here. Writing on paper lights up the brain in ways typing does not. The physical flow of pen on paper helps cement ideas in memory. It gives each thought a tangible presence. A fresh notebook and a pen you actually enjoy using turns planning into a moment of calm, rather than another chore to get through. There is something almost meditative about writing by hand when you let yourself slow down. There is also the simple pleasure of checking off a completed task. That tiny tick feels like a celebration, a small victory that builds momentum for the next one. You need 2 minutes each morning to set this up. It slots neatly into your existing routine, right after breathing, stretching, eating, and maybe a shower. Before you write anything, take a moment to think about what you truly want in your life. Not what other people expect. Not the noisy distractions that seem urgent, but do not actually matter. The things that bring real meaning. Your goals might include feeling stronger, building a business, making space for creativity, spending more time with people you love. Having a picture of where you want to go helps you choose the steps that move you closer. Each day, write down 3 tasks you will absolutely complete. These are your non-negotiables. They can be tiny: booking a dentist appointment, clearing the hallway of boxes, sending 1 important email. They can be personal: texting that friend you keep meaning to see, going for a 10-minute walk, reading a single chapter of that book gathering dust on your nightstand. What matters is that they are doable today and move you forward, not someday tasks, today tasks. After the 3 essentials, add 2 bonus tasks that would feel satisfying to finish if you have time. Then choose 1 final rockstar action. Something that gives you an extra spark of pride if you get to it. Something that makes you feel like you are really winning. This shrunk-down list takes the pressure off. It turns your to-do list into something you can actually win, instead of an endless scroll of demands that leaves you feeling behind no matter how hard you work. Every tick builds confidence. Every completed task adds up. You start to see progress toward your bigger goals. Those dreams no longer feel buried under laundry and emails. They become real, one tiny step at a time. The point is direction, not perfection. A life you enjoy grows from these consistent small moves. So grab your notebook, pick your 3 must-dos for tomorrow, and enjoy the feeling of getting the right things done. Let every day show you what you are capable of. Here's what all of this adds up to. Mindful breathing settles your nervous system and gives you 2 minutes of calm before the chaos begins. Gentle stretching wakes up your body and releases the tension you carry without noticing. Slowing down at breakfast lets you actually nourish yourself instead of just fueling up. Positive affirmations rebuild your inner voice into something that supports you instead of tearing you down. A short handwritten list focuses your attention on what matters and makes progress feel real. None of these take much time. None require special equipment or expertise. None demand that you become a different person or live a different life. They simply weave small pockets of care into the morning you already have. These tiny actions improve your energy, your mood, your motivation, your sense of what is possible. They support both your physical and mental well-being. They move you toward your larger life goals one small step at a time. You do not need to overhaul everything. You do not need to wait for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. You just need to start.
Tomorrow morning, 2 minutes of breathing, a few gentle stretches, breakfast eaten with attention, a few words of encouragement, 3 tasks written down.
That is it. That is the whole secret. Small moves,